Hello and a very warm welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be looking at the third release in the current Star Wars series. It is issued by the Royal Mint, and as you can see in front of you, this coin does feature Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. We're going to be taking a quick look at both the silver proof and the 1 ounce proof. We won't be taking a look at the brilliant uncirculators because they're pretty much the same coin as the 50p silver proof. So with that being the case, without any further delay, let's have a quick look at the first coin, which is this one right here, the Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia commemorative 50p silver proof. And the first thing we'll see, it does come in one of these stunning silver proof packs that you do get issued from the Royal Mint. Now, I really do love the quality of packaging, at least, that is issued with these coins. And opening the box here, we can see that we've got the BUNC brochure right there, which I'll be going through a little later on after we've had a look at the coins. And also we have the certificate of authenticity, of which you can see this is number 3728 out of a mintage, I believe, of 12,500. But if we take a quick look inside, we can see, the maximum coin mintage is 12,510. The denomination is 50p. The issuing authority is United Kingdom. Alloy is 925 sterling silver. The 50p's weigh 8 grams and have a diameter of 27.3 millimeter. The obverse was designed by Martin Jennings, and the reverse, as with all the rest of these coins, was designed by Lucasfilms. Okay, so with that being the case, let's have a very quick look at the coin. And as I say, I especially love these acrylic packs that the Royal Mint issue these commemorative 50p's in. It's just absolutely stunningly presented. But we'll separate the magnetic case, and they are quite strong magnets, which is always good to see. And we'll pop the coin out right here just to have a quick look. I will only be showing it through the capsule because it is a silver proof, and I do highly recommend that you always keep them in these capsules just to try and reserve any premium that the coin has. But right there we can see a photo embossed image of Luke Skywalker with lightsaber in hand and Princess Leia right there behind him. It looks like they're in the corridor of the Death Star or something like that. And right there at the top in the middle we can see the holographic security feature that the Royal Mint is known for. And if we tilt it, we can see the sign of the Jedi right there in the middle of that. And just there we can see Star Wars at the bottom. It's quite a nice design. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of these photo etching designs. I would actually prefer the coin if it was more of a sketched design. It could be the same design, but if it looked like it was an artist's sketch, I think I would enjoy it a little bit more. But that being said, a lovely coin. I do like these ones in the colour, perhaps because it is a photo image. I do like the way that they are presented in the colour pieces. And as advised before, right there we do have the Martin Jennings crownless depiction of King Charles III, with a legend around the coin that reads, Charles III, by grace of God, King, Defender of the Faith, 50 pence, 2023. And yeah, a lovely little coin, and one that I'm very happy to add to the collection, being the third part of the series. So I'm going to pop this back together and just pop it over there while we have a quick look at the 1 ounce silver proof version. Now, obviously the designs are going to be very similar. The 1 ounces of these coins aren't actually issued in the colour. They're standard alloy, they are. But I'm just going to pop the box open. As you can see, these are packaged quite differently. As you can see, there's no that's the literature. As you can see, there's no acrylic case that comes with the coin. They come in these rather elegant and stunning Royal Mint cases. I do think they are a wonderful case. And if we pop it open, you can see that you have the certificate of authenticity tucked in the back there. And this is issue 1597 of a mintage of 3000. So if we take a quick look at the coin, I'm just going to pop it out of its case here. Once again, I'll keep it in the capsule just to preserve the finish of the coin. But again, as I say, we have the same design, but this time presented colourless. And as you can see, yeah, this is what I mean. If I put them side by side, it's the same design, but it just seems to look so much better in colour. And I think that's because it's a photo etching, and adding the colour just makes it look that little bit more realistic, which it is supposed to do. But that being said, it's a wonderful coin. We get a much closer look at the actual design of Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia right there. Right there you can see that we have a trademark of Lucasfilms Limited, who, as I say, are the designer of the reverse of all of these coins. So if we take a quick look at the obverse, once again we have the crownless Martin Jennings depiction of King Charles III with the, well, pretty much the same legend around the coin, this time reading Charles III, by grace of God, King, Defender of the Faith, £2, 2023. And because this was a little bigger, we can make it out a little bit more clear that you always have the little initials MJ of the artist Martin Jennings right there just beneath the truncation of King Charles III's neck. So yeah, a wonderful coin, but I am happy to add to the collection. It's if I'm completely honest, it's not been my favourite of all the series issued by the Royal Mint. I am quite a large Star Wars fan, especially with the prequel films, which these are all featuring characters of. However, that being said, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's the photo etching or if it's something else. I'm just not entirely blown away by the coins. I think my favourite of all the coins, as of yet, is the colorized C-3PO R2-D2, and I think that's probably because of the way that the gold of C-3PO pops against the silver of the background of the coin. It just looks absolutely great. So as of yet, this is definitely my favourite of the series so far. We do have one more coin to be issued, that of course showing characters Han Solo and his trusted sidekick Chewbacca. And at the rate the Royal Mint have been releasing these coins up to here, I'm expecting that to be dropped sometime within January next year. So not a long time at all. But, as I say, up to here, they have been releasing the coins on a 2-month cycle, with the first coin being issued in July, the second coin being issued in September, and the third coin now being issued in November. Okay, so now we've had a quick look at the silver fronts, I will just very quickly just show the brilliant uncirculated, and as you can see, it's the same coin as the 50p. However, it comes in both a colourless and a coloured version. So as I say, that is pretty much exactly the same as the silver proof coin. However, it is comprised of a copper nickel alloy, that being the only difference on the 50p's, which is why we're not going to go into too much detail of them. But with that being the coins out of the way, and for anybody who is still interested, I will be going through the bunk pack and just having a quick look at the literature that does come with these coins. And on the front of the pack, we can see it shows the image that the coin design was based on, with Luke Skywalker with lightsaber in hand and Princess Leia just behind him. But if we go on to the first page, we can see it starts, "A force to be reckoned with. In the history of the Star Wars franchise, few characters have earned the same heroic status as Luke Skywalker. Arguably the primary protagonist in the entire Star Wars universe, Luke's journey from a naive farm boy to a seasoned Jedi Knight is the central narrative of the original trilogy. His duel with Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine are iconic, whilst his battles with the Wampa, Rancor and Atat walkers only further his legend. Meanwhile, Luke's colourful interactions with his army of alloys, from Han Solo and Chewbacca to C-3PO and R2-D2, further endear this fearless Jedi." And moving on to the next page, we can see on the left hand side we have a image of Princess Leia with a beautiful necklace looking out to the side of the page, and on the other side it is titled "A Regal Rebel." One of the first characters to appear on screen in the original Star Wars movie in 1977, Princess Leia is the foremost female character in the original trilogy. and plays a pivotal role in the series. Despite being a princess, Leia is portrayed as a strong woman rather than the damsel in distress that frequented Hollywood filmmaking at the time. In the original film, Leia's task as a leader in the Rebel Alliance is to deliver the Death Star plans to the rebellion, which ultimately leads to its destruction. Meanwhile, in The Return of the Jedi, she also foils the Emperor's plans, helping to destroy the Death Star too in the Battle of Endor. And flicking over to the page here, we can see we have another image of Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia, Luke with blaster in hand, and it looks like they're ready to take on some of the bad guys right there. And the text on the page reads, "Separated at birth. Despite being twins, Luke and Leia were separated at birth for their own protection, as their mother, Padme Amidala, died in childbirth, and their father, Anakin Skywalker, descended into the dark side. Luke and Leia's first interaction came when they were 19 years old, when the would-be Jedi attempted to rescue the princess from the Death Star in A New Hope. Crucially, they didn't know they were siblings at the time, a revelation that wouldn't become apparent until Return of the Jedi. Following their reunion, their relationship stayed strong and became a focal point of both the original and sequel trilogies." Okay, and on the next page, we have a wonderful picture of quite a few of the cast there. Going from left to right, we have Lando Calrissian, Luke Skywalker, Admiral Akbar, Princess Leia, Han Solo, and Chewbacca, with C-3PO hiding in the background. And the text on the screen reads, "The American Way." Although filming predominantly took place at Elstree Studios in the United Kingdom, American actors Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher portrayed Luke and Leia, a common trait of the early films in the franchise. With the notable exception of Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan Kenobi, American actors often juxtaposed British actors to emphasize the divide between good and evil, which was a common device employed by American cinema at the time. American actors who play other notable heroes in the original trilogy, from Harrison Ford's portrayal of Han Solo to Billy Dee Williams as Lando Calrissian. Okay, so turning the page, I believe we are now on the final page, and it ends with a lovely little picture of Luke Skywalker receiving his medal from Princess Leia at the end of the original prequel franchise. And as usual with the rest of this series, we are ending the pack with a few fun facts from the movies. Beyond the Force. Did you know? Prior to the passing of Carrie Fisher, the rise of Skywalker was reported to heavily centre on Princess Leia. Mark Hamill auditioned for the role of Luke Skywalker at the suggestion of his then roommate Robert Englund, who plays Freddy Krueger in A Nightmare on Elm Street. Carrie Fisher's daughter, Billie Lourd, plays both Cato Connix in the sequel trilogy and a young Leia in a flashback in The Rise of Skywalker. Luke Skywalker briefly appears in both The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett, using digitally altered actors who appear as Mark Hamill did at the close of Return of the Jedi. And once again, what a wonderfully informative little pack we've got there from the Royal Mint. I am vastly becoming a bigger and bigger fan of these little packs. I can't believe I used to never bother to read them, and now I don't think I'll ever buy another Bunk or Proof without at least having a cursory glance at the Bunk pack that they send with them. Because as I say, I'm finding them to be a very large amount of fun, if I'm honest. But I'll pop that back there so that can go back away in a moment. But yes, so that's the third release in the current Star Wars series. Again, it's not my favourite as of yet. It's probably on par with the Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. My favourites so far definitely does have to be C-3PO and R2-D2, but definitely do me a favour and let me know in the comments which out of the 3 coins we've had so far is your favourite. But that being said, that's probably all I've got time for today. So I will just take this moment just to remind you that this week's Saturday Stack Chat will be with the awesome Shiny Precious Metals. It's a chat that I'm really looking forward to. He's a wonderful guy and I can't wait to get to know him a little better. But as I say, that is it for the video for now. So until next time, as always, look after each other, keep stacking, take care, and goodbye.